Just want to take a couple of minutes to brag about somebody that I love and care about. It happens to be my wife. And the reason I want to brag about her is she had a birthday last week. And as part of her extended birthday celebration, she decided that she was going to run the Chicago Marathon with her coworkers. So here's a picture of my wife Ann. She and her colleagues from Kuvare, 13 of them, ran the Chicago Marathon on Sunday. And my wife, as you can see, got a medal. So she's a finisher of the Chicago Marathon. So her very first marathon. Not only did she run it, but she finished it and finished it in a time better than she thought. So I'm super, super proud of her, and as well as her colleagues. I get a chance to meet a lot of these folks over the weekend, and it's a really, really interesting group. They love working together. They have a lot of fun. Candidly, I think they're insane for wanting to run a marathon and thinking that's a good idea, but okay, whatever. Still kudos to them. It's just not my thing. But it was really neat to watch them and hear about some of the team building things that they did over the course of the year. A special shout out to one of my wife's employees, Camille, for running the show and running herd on these folks, her colleagues, getting them signed up, getting them motivated, keeping them motivated, even when they didn't want to be motivated. So kudos to her for putting this together, and kudos to Kuvare for supporting this group and helping them raise $33,000 for the Ronald McDonald House. That's a pretty impressive money raise for a pretty small group of people. So thanks to their friends and coworkers and everybody that supported them financially as well as emotionally for the race. So no, my wife didn't finish first, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that. I don't think she was either. But probably what I'm more proud of her about is that this was a bucket list thing for her. And she wouldn't admit it, but I do think it is. And I don't know what those bucket list things are for you. But before I take her picture down, I'm just going to leave it up here for another second, because she would hate this, and that's what husbands do. And, we can I run the board, so I can do these things, but I really am proud of my wife and the fact that she finished this race. There was a lot of people running. There were 50,000 people that were running this race, and there were old people, young people, tall people, short people, skinny people, not so skinny people. I don't know why everybody was running the race. Some of them were doing it for personal reasons, like my wife, as well as to raise money. Other people think it's fun. Other people, it was just, again, a bucket list goal of theirs to run a marathon and finish a marathon, or maybe this was their fifth one or their 10th one. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. But my observation in watching all these different people run and all the million plus people that were there to cheer them on, that these folks were in the race and they were doing something. And a lot of times we refer to things as bucket list items. We refer to those also as true wealth. What are the things that bring you joy, that you're passionate about, that you would see yourself doing or want to do? We're trying to have those conversations on a regular basis. Sure, sometimes bucket list things or expressing your true wealth, yeah, sometimes that does involve money, but it's not always about a number. It's not always about money or wealth. It's oftentimes, again, what gives you joy? What are you passionate about? Maybe it's running. Maybe it's sewing. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's golfing. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's spending time with your grandkids or coaching your kids' volleyball team or a baseball team or something like that. It doesn't really matter. It's what matters to you. It's not what matters to me, it's what matters to you. And so again, just seeing my wife go after a goal that I think she's never expressed it. I mean, this is the same person who would not wear her Chicago Marathon Finishers Medal the next day after the race. We're still in Chicago on Monday after the race, and there's 50,000 people walking around town wearing their medal. Yeah, it's in her purse or it's in her bag or whatever. I basically had to cajole her and tease her into at least wearing her Chicago Marathon sweatshirt as, just something fun to do to celebrate the accomplishment. Again, I give my wife a hard time, but that's one of the reasons I love her so much is that she really, she doesn't need the limelight, but she's super competitive and she's very determined and almost always gets whatever it is that she has her sights set on. I've yet to see her fall short of anything. And so I'm really proud of her, but I'd like to be really proud of you. So again, whether your true wealth involves running marathons or something completely different, I just want to encourage you to not necessarily be a cheerleader, but to get in the race and go do that thing, whatever that thing is. And if we can be a part of that conversation to help you figure out how to make that happen, we'd love to do that as well. We'd love to be a cheerleader for you too.